Good morning, fabulous friends. Reading today on Who Wants Harry Dead. In that BBC interview, he said, there are people that want history to repeat itself, obviously referring to Diana's passing, and somebody wants him to pass away too. Harry thinks, what's this, a grandparent? Is that he referred to his father as his children's grandparent? Somebody overseas, grandparent? Does he really think his father wants him dead? My word, what twisted thinking. Do you think anybody wants him dead? Oh, someone far away. He's afraid to travel, but he's not really afraid to travel, is he? He goes to Colombia and Nigeria and Ukraine in the middle of a war zone. Partner in crime. Accomplice. There's something that an accomplice got him to say. I don't think this is a thought that Harry had of his own, but this is certainly a thought that somebody else put in his head. Did somebody else put this thought in his head? Love. Someone he loves, or he wants the royal family to prove they love. I will only believe you love me if you reinstate my security. What a petulant little toddler. Oh, what else has come out here? Devil. The devil. Oh dear. This could be a mental health card, but it could also be somebody who is intent on doing him harm. So the harm that he imagines I'm receiving here is from somebody who purports to love him but doesn't actually love him. Affair. I don't think he's having an affair, not in the state of mind he's in right now. So I wonder if that's her having an affair. What do you all think? Does anybody really want him dead? Or is he his own worst enemy? Social media. So, again, this is coming back, just reading the energy, to Meghan, the person who supposedly loves him most in the world, but who has evil intent. I mean, anybody who alienates somebody from his entire family, that is really evil. That is really wicked. Who withholds the grandchildren, that's really wicked. And who do we know who's been on social media a lot recently? Ooh, motel, affair. Has she had enough? I really get that she's trying to provoke the royal family. Road, travel. Is Harry away from home? Travelling to the UK to make his point. Intuition. Harry's trying to follow his intuition, but unfortunately it's been warped. It's been warped by someone. It's been warped by his own mental prison. And rubbish. Look at that. Rubbish. The whole thing is rubbish. He is not in danger. Now let's ask the cards. Is Harry actually in danger at all from anyone? Child. He's childish. No. His idea of danger stems back to when he was a child and there was a car accident that ruined everything. There's no real danger. He's run away from reality. He thought that by leaving the UK he could leave this childhood trauma behind, but he's never dealt with it. He's never dealt with it. He's never dealt with it. Let's see. Tell us about Harry's frame of mind when he claimed that someone wants history to repeat itself. Does he really believe that, or is he just playing up for the cameras? Is he just trying to be outrageous to try and provoke his father? And look at that trauma and grief that will never let go. No, part of him really believes that somebody is out to get him. Somebody did something to his mother, and he's got too much pride to acknowledge that he maybe made a mistake. Suppression. There are things that I know that you don't know. But of course, ultimately, the ultimate outcome is going to be regret. Because ironically, when he says some people want history to repeat itself, the history that is almost certain to repeat itself is another member of his family passing away with him not being close to them. So that happened with his mother. She phoned him and he refused to take the phone call because of some teenage rebellion, something or other he had going on. And the next morning, she was dead. He treated his grandfather poorly, Prince Philip. He did that Oprah interview. Next thing you know, he's dead. The Queen invited them to come and stay. She was very, very ill. Him and Meghan were in the UK. They decided not to go and visit the Queen because they thought it was some kind of a manipulation or something or other. And the next minute, she's dead. And that's the history that's repeating itself. It's his own bloody mindedness. And just saying that that's possibly, potentially, almost likely to repeat itself in the case of King Charles. Harry feels rejected, so he, because of his big ego, is rejecting his father. Fear, as the judges said, fear does not amount to a legal, is the judgment, the legal judgment. Fear does not amount to a legal ground to have his security reinstated. And we talk about security reinstated. It's never been taken away. All he has to do is say, I'm coming to the UK, please give me security. They've never ever refused him, and they never ever will refuse him. And so, yeah. What a mess. What a mess that Harry has got himself into. But he has only himself to blame. Yeah. And he might be depressed, and he might be dependent on Meghan to think for him. He might be overly attached to her. But I get that her biggest fear is to fade into obscurity. And he has just got such an obsession with deceit. It must show a character who is deceitful to be resistant to the truth, because I don't ever assume that people are lying to me, or people are out to get me, or people are dishonest, because that's not who I am. But because she has isolated him from friends and family and support mechanisms, and she's played on his anger, she has really played on his baser instincts, his baser emotions. He avoids the truth. There must be an element of shame as well. He's ashamed that he didn't he did all those things before his loved ones passed away, and he didn't have time to turn back the clock. And he does feel some element of guilt. And yet, he repeats the same mistakes over and over again because of the green-eyed monster, envy, jealousy. Oh dear. What do you all think of the situation? If it wasn't so sad and the human cost wasn't so high, it would be funny. But what he is angry at is an illusion. It's all an illusion, and he has just really fallen for it out of his own distrust, because he has betrayed others. He feels that others would betray him. Projection. He's projecting his own his own insecurity, lack of security, onto others. The fact that he would be so vindictive and spiteful. And it just reminds me of what he said in that book Spare, and I still can't believe he thought it, let alone put pen to paper, about wanting to blow up the car that his father was driving in. Firstly, I bet you anything that that never ever happened. No, no single person is going to have control of fighter jets that they can just, on a whim, decide where they're going to go and what they're going to blow up, and oh yes, lock onto the civilian target of a car containing the then Prince Charles. Absolute bollocks. Nobody's got that power, that control. Sounds like he's playing a video game in his mind. But even to think that, and then to put it in paper, and then to say it by reading it in Spare, it just, because, so he's projecting his own insecurities and betrayal onto others. Because he may have thought of doing his father in, he now believes that others would do the same to him. And, well, firstly, he's just not that important, and secondly, other normal people don't think like that. So let's ask the cards. Does anybody want Harry dead? Does anybody want Harry dead? Does anybody want Harry dead? Which card should we use? Does anybody want Harry dead? Does anybody want Harry dead? Does anybody want Harry dead? I am grateful and I am blessed. This reminds me of the incongruity of Meghan going onto that podcast saying, we're the happiest we've ever been, and we're in a second honeymoon, and he's such a fox. Oh, that was the most painfully, hideously rehearsed line ever. So I'm just getting that this is Meghan energy. Not that she wants him dead, but that she's messing with his mental state. Focus, 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 Harry, focus. Focus on the danger. Focus on the fighting. Does anybody want Harry dead? Reflection. He's got no self-reflection. If he thought about for 1 minute what he was saying, he would realize that what he is saying is absolutely outrageous. Not only outrageous, but, you know, he's the king of suing people. What worse accusation can you throw at somebody than that they want you, they literally want you dead, is what he basically said. Basically said. Crime of passion. Because they don't want to spend the money on me. And it's his family that are out to get him. Yeah, his mind is a very murky place. And on the bottom of the deck, trapped. Remember how he said his father and his brother were trapped in the monarchy, but he's the one who's trapped in his own mental prison. And if he would just stop blaming everybody else for the consequences of his own actions. And ironically, he says, nobody else gets treated the way that I do. Well, no, you get treated better than other people. And so tired of saying, only the King William, the Queen, and the future Queen Princess Catherine get the level of security that he is demanding, and he's run away from the job. Not even Princess Anne gets what he's demanding. So, honestly, at this stage, I don't know. And it's embarrassing that he's saying these things. Firstly, that he's thinking these things. Secondly, that he's actually saying these things on TV. And that video, that movie, that's recording is going to last forever. Oh, dear. All right, my lovelies, please let me know what you think in the comments. I love hearing from you. Please like if you do and subscribe if you haven't. And even if you have subscribed before, just check that you are still subscribed, because I know a lot of people have been unsubscribed. I look forward to seeing you in the comments, and may the angels walk with you now and always.